Hello, friends. It is the end of the night on the, 19th? 20th. It's the 20th. Yesterday was the 19th. Yesterday was Polar Express Day. Went all the way up to Flagstaff and did the Polar Express and came all the way back down. I only filmed the Polar Express part, as you would have seen in the last video, whatever the last video was that I posted. Yeah, I did a terrible job vlogging today, mostly because I spent most of the day doing school orientation, which is incredibly boring. I didn't get a ton done around the house, but we did manage to find a table from this like bargain place downtown Mesa, actually right next to where my grandma used to live and where we lived with her. But we'd never seen it before. It was just a little hidden spot. I actually found this table posted on OfferUp. We went down and checked it out and we bought it. It is absolutely covered in stuff again because everything was very much a whirlwind today. That is the table. It's actually so cool. Like the legs are so cool. I cannot wait to like have it set up where you can actually see it. And it expands and it has a leaf that makes it an oval, which is just exactly what I wanted. I wanted a circle table that could become an oval table and seat 6, but seat 4 most of the time. Because I just feel like that makes the most sense for our space. And a circle table is good for that space too, so that we didn't have sharp corners to deal with. So yeah, it was literally like move stuff around, fit the table in. I had to take it apart to even get it in this apartment because it was too wide and square-ish to fit through the doors. Any of the doors, even this sliding door, couldn't fit through that either. Tomorrow is key drop-off day for the van. Today was the last full day with our van. Every trip we took, I was like, this is the last trip. We did get my brother's Jeep Renegade so that when the people who are buying our van pick it up tomorrow, we will have a car to drive still. So I have a little red Jeep Renegade to drive around for a bit. And yeah, like everything's moving so fast. I don't know, I'm feeling kind of sad about it. I feel like the older I get, the more I can really see how I tend to kind of go all in on chapters of life. I just am someone, I think I just do things full tilt, and I'm really not afraid to like change everything and shake it up. I'm not afraid to start over financially. I'm not afraid to start over in a new state. I'm not afraid to start over with a new lifestyle. I enjoy it actually. But the older I get, the more I think I hold space, as the viral term goes, for those turning the page moments, those moments of like ending chapters and starting a new one. I think when I was younger, I like really I didn't stop to like grieve. I didn't stop to like really say goodbye and to like feel like the sadness all mixed together with the happiness and the dread all mixed together with the excitement. Like I wasn't really good at like holding all of those emotions at once. And I think the older I get, the better at it I get, which also means that the harder these things become. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I'm kind of ready to not do things this way anymore. I feel like each time's gotten a little bit harder. Not the starting the new thing, but I think just like leaving the old thing. Like I just find more to value in like the things that I leave behind, and it makes it harder to leave them maybe. This kind of feels like the big one, like the maybe the last big chapter ending where like maybe from here on out I don't do this again. I don't start over again. Maybe from here on out it's like building on what I have a little bit more instead of starting from scratch over and over again. I feel like I've tried enough lives on, and like I think maybe at 30 I'm just like settled into my identity and I kind of know what I like and I know what I don't, and they're not changing anymore. And like I'm not really changing anymore much as far as that kind of stuff goes. And so, you know, and maybe this is what putting roots down is. I don't know. But it is making saying goodbye to the van extra hard is the whole point. It is making it feel like this is the big one. This is the last like big moment of like saying goodbye to an old life and starting a new one. Maybe now it's just like my life. Maybe things don't change so much after this. Anyway, okay, I'm done talking. I'm late. It's late and I'm tired. And I just want to drink my wine and I need to catch up on some Etsy stuff. But yeah, those are the thoughts running through my head today. And I'm sure, even just talking about it now, I feel like I'm about to cry, so I'll probably cry tomorrow, for sure. Wah, wah. But it's okay. I'm okay with it. Hello, friends.
Hello.
We are officially vanless. I was planning on filming some of it, but I woke up feeling very sick. I think last night we stayed up until like 2, 3 finishing stuff.
3:30 for me.
Yeah, I went to bed at 2 because I was like, I'm starting to feel bad. And I like, in my dream, my throat was hurting and I woke up with my throat hurting some more. So I've been pretty much useless today. We did go pick up a China hutch really fast. So for the last 2 minutes we had the van, fit it in there, got the China hutch that we wanted back to the house. I'll show you that. And right now we are consoling ourselves and our sad feelings in line at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
It's been a bit bittersweet. How do I pronounce that?
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet, thank you. It's pretty bittersweet to tell ourselves, like, we spent 2 years with something that we made completely ours, and we just passed it to someone else, and they're gonna have fun with it. But you know, this feeling of like, this is done. This chapter of our life is done now. It's
like making a baby, and then that baby gets up and leaves the house, and you have any control over it. And you're just like, okay.
I'm sure like a lot of people that actually have children are just like, oh, you guys are dramatic.
I know. It was only a 3-month pregnancy instead of a 9-month pregnancy.
But yeah, it feels weird. It feels kind of surreal right now to just tell ourselves like, this is it. There you go. Like, it's not ours anymore. We just press all the buttons on the website. Like, it's sold. Like, the money is getting wired to our accounts. Like, that's it.
It's their problem now.
Wow.
I keep thinking of things I feel like I should have told them. I'm like, nope, I didn't need to tell them that, and also it's their problem now.
Yeah. Of course, like, the thing, for full disclosure, I mean, more like disclaimer, like, the van works fine. It's just like little tiny things, like, oh, there's like a scratch right here, or like, you know, like, it's just like they bought it as is, that they knew what they were getting into.
As a sale, we sold it for $69,000, which was our asking price, which was really cool of them to not negotiate at all. I think they know that they were getting a deal. We priced it at deal level anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel so sick right now and exhausted, like beyond exhausted.
Yeah, that's what happens to you when you're like pushing yourself too hard. Poor thing.
I just feel relieved that I don't have to think about it anymore. I don't have to deal with it. It's not something I have to think about. I can just veg in my house.
Hey there.
I got a vitamin C-ish smoothie with extra vitamin C in it. And I'm hoping that if I can just lay on the couch for the rest of the day and drink this smoothie and lots of water and eat some nourishing food, hopefully I'll feel better, because it's not a good time to be sick. It's my own fault. I haven't been taking very good care of myself. I think it's just like a combination of like stress and overwhelm and just feeling like I'm juggling 2 households, because I'm juggling the van and I'm juggling our house. And finally now I just get to focus on unpacking our house. And like, truly, my school is starting so soon. Like, it's gonna be here before I know it. I haven't even finished orientation yet. Like, I have a lot of catching up on stuff to do. So I think I just am generally, I don't think I've had this level of stress in a long time. So hopefully I can feel better by tomorrow. Hello friends, it is the afternoon of the 22nd.
It's the 22nd already?
I know. We just got back from Dutch Bros. I got the Winter Shimmer Rebel. I always get it like half sweet and blended. But it's like blueberry, raspberry, and sweet cream, and it's really good.
And I got a blended protein caramel mocha.
Delicious. I don't know if you noticed, I have nails again because the van payment already went through so fast. So as you know, yesterday was the van day. I think I literally filmed 1 clip on the drive back from getting Tropical Smoothie. And I quite literally laid on the couch and watched rom-coms for the entire day, just trying to like not be sick. And I think I staved it off because today I feel so much better. Today I feel way less sick-ish. I'm still a little bit tired, but my throat doesn't hurt. Like, I'm feeling like much more back to normal. Thank God. So I did go ahead and go to a nail appointment because that was the thing I always said. Once I was done with like all of the really big heavy lifting, then I would get nails again. So I did it. And the nail salon by our house is so good. I'm really happy. These are like super nice and thin, and they did a good job. They didn't cut me at all. It was 45 minutes. It was so fast. So I'm so happy. And I wanted to do like something Christmassy, but not like Republican red. So I did this kind of like berry red. Okay, and then on other news, we've just been selling stuff like crazy. So yesterday was insane. I need to like, I gotta fill you in. Yesterday was insane. Before we sold the van at 2, in the morning I heard back from this guy about this China hutch. Look how gorgeous it is. It's like, I don't know who made it. It needs a little bit of like revarnishing, but otherwise it's like in perfect shape. It's so beautiful, and I just loved these like archy cabinet doors. They're just so unique. It's just the coolest. I am so excited about it. I really wanted to bring more like arches and circular things into this space because it's just so like dark and blocky over here. I wanted more like softness. So I think we're gonna get an oval coffee table also, and maybe even a circular rug. We'll see. But yeah, so I got that. This thing is so heavy. This is the first piece of furniture I really can't lift comfortably at all. Like I can barely lift it. It's so crazy heavy, which is, you know, that's awesome for like sturdiness and longevity, but it was really hard to move. So yesterday we ran over and picked that up in the morning, put it in the van, and then I had to call my little brother to come over from my parents' house down the road to come help get it out of the van because like I physically couldn't do it yesterday. I felt so sick, and then this thing is so heavy. So it was in the office all night, and then Vince and I moved it this morning. It was very difficult, but we did it. And then we sold those 2 closet units that were in the office that were just here. Now it's replaced with this kitchen unit, or it was a kitchen unit. It'll probably be here in this office space. So we managed to sell those at around noon, and then at 2 o'clock they came, picked up the van. They were so happy and excited, and they texted us later that night that they made it home to Tucson, and it was kind of a moment for Vince and I. We both kind of just needed to like sit with it for a little bit because it's just so surreal. It was like the biggest thing we ever did. Huh, Goose Goose? Your old home is gone. Now you just have this home. Is that okay? That chair moves. I know. I know, but you can't. You can't. I'm sorry. He is nonstop lately. I don't know. You're not starving. Look at you. I know. Being in shape is a foreign concept for you, but you look great. We're not going to feed you more. Anyway, so we sold those yesterday. That was perfect. And then today we sold the 2 glass coffee tables for my aunt. I hope that's okay with her. I didn't ask her if it was okay if we sold them. But Vincent said as they were loading them up for the guy that bought them, paint was like literally flaking off the sides, which is just similar to like what happened with the couches. Also like that like netty kind of stuff that always is like on the underside of furniture. That stuff also kind of disintegrated. So it's not surprising. They're just old, and that's why my aunt gave them to us for free. But definitely I think it was good to get rid of them now before they were in our space flaking paint off. So yeah, I need to find a new coffee table, but finally the space in my office is clear. So we feel very, very flush with cash right now until we pay off the rest of our debts, and then it'll be back down to like a normal amount. Okay, I got all of our main stuff in here, which looked like so much in the other cabinet and is like nothing in this, which is what I was hoping for, that I'd have some space, because I have these 2, sorry I have a show going, I have these 2, this box, and this bin, full of beautiful china from my grandma that I've actually never even looked at. I got them a long time ago, and one of my aunts asked if I wanted it. I said yes. They packed it up and sent it to me, and I've never even opened the boxes. So I'm excited to look at it now, and then I'm going to also put it in the china hutch. Update, I got this done. This is a 12-piece set from actually my great-grandparents. So that was my grandparents. So this is like, it says made, oops, it's upside down. It says made in Japan. So this is probably an occupation era set. This is my extra one. I love these so much. I have 4 plates from my mom. This, oops, Blakely. It has all these different like But these is a 12-piece set. There's only a couple pieces missing. I think there's a couple little tea saucers missing. We're not gonna use it until we test it for lead. But it's out of its boxes, which makes me so happy because I've had it since 2017 and I haven't been able to have it out of its boxes ever. We made a lot of progress today. We just finished binging a show called The Black Doves, which I highly recommend. Christmas spy thriller with Keira Knightley. And it was very good. Vincent kept saying how good it was. He loved it so much. Now that we're making big progress. We moved all the stuff we didn't need back there for now. I got all of our blankets out. We've emptied so many boxes. He's taken like loads and loads outside already. And the person who's supposed to buy the microwave stiffed us, which is nice. I also moved the cat's litter over. I've switched over to using pine. These pine pellets. I just put this in. This is new. But basically it breaks apart when it gets wet. And you use this, it's called a sifting litter box. Very economical. And we have been amazed at how the pine pellets actually totally hold any smell. I think it's pretty awesome. And those big bags of pine pellets are at Target for like 12 bucks. So we're about to save so much money because our litter was really expensive before. We were using like the Tidy Cat Breeze system with like the mineral pellets and the pea pads. The pea pads especially were expensive. So this is way cheaper. I think we've adjusted to it. We left the boxes next to each other for a while. Yeah. But yeah, we're almost done here. I got the table uncovered again. And I literally don't know what else to say. I'm just wandering around. Oh, this is how I figured out. I needed to wash. We had like this mat. We've had it since New York. That we usually put under the litter boxes. It catches whenever it flies out. But it needed to be washed. So I did this. There's my laundry thing from New York over the tub, which is something you can only do in a bathroom this size. Couldn't do it in my New York bathroom, so that's nice. I guess now we'll watch another show. I'm gonna make some ice. I want shaved ice.